Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Shumayu Datta, a spine surgeon, and welcome back to my channel where I talk about tips and tricks to keep you moving safely. Patients with nagging or recurrent back pain often complain that the simplest activity, like forward bending or lifting weights, can trigger their pain. So in this video, I'll demonstrate 5 simple techniques which you can use to lift light or heavy weights without hurting your back. I call these the Freedom 5. But before we dive into the 5 technique, it's important to clarify that many simple activities, daily life activities, like requires you to forward bend and round your spine, especially things like tying your shoelace or picking a bar of soap, requires you to round your spine. If your spine is healthy and flexible, you should not fear this movement at all. It is a natural movement. But if your spine does cause pain and if you have recurrent or regular back pains, then you won't want to do these movements carefully without triggering pain. So with that in mind, I'll show you how to lift weights without triggering pain. So here are the 5 techniques. The first technique is known as the deadlift. Here you stand close to the weight and with your spine straight or neutrally aligned, you bend your knees and hips, get down to the object and lift the object with both hands. This is ideal for heavy weights. If the weight is lighter, you can keep one hand or one elbow on the knee and then use the other hand to pick up the object. This then distributes the weight through the knee into the ground. The third variation would be a squat to lift weights. So how you can use a squat? You can stand close to the object, again keeping your spine neutrally aligned, keeping your back straight. You squat down, hold the weight and pick it up with your back straight. Here you don't forward bend your spine too much. A variation of this would be the lunge, where you keep one hand on the knee or an elbow on the knee and you push the other leg back. So if your right hand is on the knee, if your right elbow is on the knee, then you push your left leg back and you pivot down and lift the weight. The final technique is known as a pivot technique. Here your knee is straight, your hip is straight, your body is straight. Standing on one leg, you lift the other leg off the ground and you pivot on the hip till you reach the object and you pick it up. So these are the 5 techniques: the squat, the modified squat, the deadlift, the modified deadlift, and the pivot technique. Unfortunately, while these techniques are immensely beneficial to us, the sad part is that they don't come to us naturally. They need to be practiced again and again to make them a part and parcel of our life. What does come to us naturally is the habit of rounding our spine to pick up weights. And this has a lot to do with how the spine works. Whenever we round the spine, the muscular effort required to lift the weight is much lesser. The pressure of lifting the weight, instead of falling on the muscles, falls on the discs and the ligaments. Now, in a normal spine, it may not matter as much, but if you do have degeneration and if you do have back pain, if the pressure falls on the discs and the discs are already injured, that may trigger the pain. And this is why when you have back pain, you don't want to round your back to lift weights up. So the final takeaway is, if you have a normal, healthy spine, don't feel afraid to round your spine to lift weights. It's a natural movement and there's nothing wrong with it. Flexibility is very important. But if you do have back pain, if you do have recurrent back pain, chronic back pain, then how you lift is important. Try to use the Freedom 5 techniques. Try to practice them every day so that they become a natural part and parcel of your life. As I said before, these may feel unnatural in the beginning, but as you do them, as you practice them, they'll become very comfortable and you don't have to intentionally do them anymore. Do let me know which of these techniques you've tried. Leave a comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you at the next video. Stay fit, stay active.